McG directs the film Terminator Salvation, and it's been 6 years since the Terminator films had played on the big screen. The last one was Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, directed by Jonathan Mostow. That film starred Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he had also played the Terminator in the previous two films to that. This is the first time that Mr. Schwarzenegger is not directly involved in the film, and it's been, again, 6 years since this film, and definitely a long way away. Christian Bale plays John Connor, a man who is trying to get the Resistance to fight with every fiber of their being after surviving the hellish judgment day of the previous film, I should say of the great 1991 film Terminator 2 Judgment Day. John Connor has now matured into a well-respected leader of the Resistance, but there's a lot of other things that have changed around him, new ways to try and trick the Resistance into what could be a hellish war, as it has been for quite a while now. The Skynet computers still dominate and rule the day, and a new line of Terminator has been introduced. Sam Worthington plays a criminal who agrees to donate his body to science, and of course you can guess what happens along the way. For those of you who have seen the previous films, it's not an absolutely unpredictable thing by any stretch of the imagination, but what is unpredictable is where the heck this film is trying to go. It's an assault on your senses, first of all, very loud, perhaps louder even than Armageddon, the film that starred Bruce Willis and was directed by Michael Bay. And you could be mistaken and forgiven for thinking that Michael Bay also directed this one. Although the Terminators in this film resemble his Transformers, Mr. Bay's Transformers open up in June for lots of noisy fun. Here in Terminator is all McG, with its cameras spinning, vertiginally going everywhere. Lots of noise, lots of bangs, and there's some supporting roles here too. Common seems to invest himself in the film, as does Mr. Bale, but the rest of the performances aren't really anything worth of a mention. Michael Ironsides is here. Jada Grace Berry, to be fair, does a decent job. She's just 9 years old. She doesn't have anything to say. She plays a mute, but she does hear what's being barked at her. Kyle Reese, yes, Kyle Reese, the character Kyle Reese is here too. He's played by Anton Yelchin, of course, recently of Star Trek fame. But he is miscast. Not miscast because of his look. He looked like Michael Biehn from the previous Terminator film of 1984. That's not the problem. It's the fact that Reese isn't on screen at all in this film, and he's projected as somebody who somehow earns a Resistance jacket. This is a case of poor screenwriting and also a case of undisciplined editing as well. I think there's been too much editing of this film and not enough development of the story. It's come at a sacrifice for Mr. Bale's performance is wasted. In fact, his character doesn't have a lot to do as a result of this editing. So there needed to be more development here. Terminator Salvation, the message is, save us from it. I'm Omar Moore for PopcornReel.com.